Cindy, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
So fun.
I'm really looking forward to this conversation.
Good.
You created, and correct me wrong if
Okay.
I'm wrong on any of this, the basically the equivalent of Viagra for women.
Yes. We accept biology immediately for men. Something goes wrong for a guy, we're like, oh, biology. Let's fix it. Something goes wrong for women, we go, oh, psychology. How are you doing? Are you stressed? You need to take a vacation. Is it your partner? We start asking all these questions as opposed to naturally going, well, of course, biology is at play there too. Why wouldn't we think of something to address it? That's what really ignited me and set me down this path. It was a crazy ride though, because it was so hard. You would think, I'll give you just another like male-female comparison here. When Viagra got approved, it was deemed to meet such an important unmet medical need. Like it was a national emergency that men couldn't get it up. So we raced it to approval in 6 months.
Oh, we skipped some of the...
It took 6 years to get the product for women. We had 3 times as many patients worth of data. If that doesn't tell you how we value male versus female sexuality,
Really?
Now ultimately science won, right? Science had given us the answer. We just had to get out of our way. When science won, 2 days later, I sold the company for $1 billion cash. But it took me 6 years of just getting turned down by the FDA, having to fight the FDA. It's fascinating.
So the approval process for the Viagra was treated like the, vaccines of like, we just get it out.
Get it out. Like, men need to have pleasurable sex.
If we don't get it out in time, we might, the world might end.
We have a national emergency.
We did. It was a national emergency. But for women, we're like, well, I mean, do they need more sex? Like, how much more sex?
There's more to your story after you sold it.
Yeah.
Is that you ended up buying it back from that company?
Getting it back.
Getting it back. How did that work? What happened there?
So listen to this crazy story. So I take this on. I have an unbelievably wild ride where I'm rejected by the FDA. I have to publicly fight them. We ultimately cross the finish line. Dream come true. Company comes in to buy it. They're going to get it out there for women. They're going to advertise it on the Super Bowl, and they put it on the shelf.
They bought it and shelved it.
Yeah. So listen to this stat too, by the way. When we crossed that finish line, 26 FDA-approved drugs for some form of male sexual dysfunction, not a single one for women. Not a single one in the world until we crossed the finish line. So, okay, 26 v1, finally, women have won, and they shelve it. And I was crushed. Like I'd fought so hard for us to finally have it, and now women can't even get it. So, I had to feel sorry for myself for a little bit. Then I had to say, okay, they paid you $1 billion cash. Like nobody's feeling sorry for you. And I had to kick myself in the ass. And I was like, not on my watch. Oh, hell no, I didn't fight this hard for them to not let women have it. So I can remember they had a new CEO from the time they had bought me. And I invited him to breakfast in New York. Will you meet me? He agreed. We sat down and I said, give it back. And he really did look at me like, hi, we paid you $1 billion. please go away.
You said breakfast.
Give it back. All medications, be it Benadryl, Tylenol, over the counter, or Addyi or Viagra, or any of those.
Yeah, like Viagra, like obviously can be like increased heart rate.
Yeah.
And, like
can't combine it with a nitrate. It could be, there were deaths in the clinical trials because of that. Like, so, drug interactions, not it with Addyi.
There were deaths in the clinical trial for Viagra.
Yeah.
And no one talks about that.
Yeah. I had some detractors, people. When I went through this the first time, I got some death threats mailed to my house. I learned how to blind my address, freaked my dad out. Like he came over and installed every camera around my house.